Yep.
So, yeah, we're good.
All right, we are on now. And then I should pull up my soundboard. Boop, boop, boop. Did not have that up.
Johnny, you have the new FREEPLAY jingle downloaded?
I do.
Good.
Do you have the music downloaded?
Uh-oh.
That's a good question.
Crap. No, I've got it downloaded. I like that I feel like I have to specify like when I'm just kidding. It's like, oh no, that's something Johnny could do. Johnny could forget to download the music.
Right.
Johnny probably has forgotten to download the music. Johnny sure is speaking in the third person a lot.
David doesn't like this. David feels vaguely threatened.
Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
John Harrington
Anthony
will
was
remember
thinking.
this.
Where did I put that? Where did I put that FREEPLAY jingle? I downloaded it. Bow, bow, bow. Did I? Okay, I just didn't move it into the folder. Now let's choose a sound clip.
I was blowing many kisses to my wife because it's our anniversary, so I want her to know
Happy
that she is
anniversary,
loved.
man.
What are you doing here? Get out of here.
Yeah.
We're celebrating Friday, so
Okay.
Happy anniversary, man.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
thank you.
It's what?
Yeah.
4 years? 5 years?
John, I tagged you in a post this morning.
I know, but I forgot. I didn't check the date.
Jesus
Did
Christ.
you not see John Harrington tagged you in a memory from 4 years ago?
So it was 4
Yeah.
years ago. Thank you.
And I said, happy 4th anniversary to me and John.
I tagged you in a post. Oh, I didn't check everything. You commented on it. How did you not see this?
I didn't.
All I saw was me, and then I was happy. And moved on.
I was saying love you
I
to
like people
myself.
talking about me.
All right. Who's ready for a countdown?
Yes.
I am.
All right.
Let's do it.
5,
I'm just gonna have
4,
to.
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune back in the house once again. It's ya boy, John Harrington here, and we got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got David Fleming celebrating his 4th wedding anniversary by recording a podcast and says, spend it with his wife. Say hey. And happy anniversary, man.
We're spending all day Friday together. Her schedule didn't allow it. My schedule didn't allow it. Like, this was discussed. I'm not a horrible husband. Also,
No,
hey,
I'm not saying that. No, you're not a horrible husband. You're a fantastic podcast co-host. I mean, seriously, what married couple wants to go out on a Wednesday, baby?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Game That Tune. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 175. We're going to have a blast tonight. What we are going to do around here is listen to some video game music. We've each brought 3 songs from a game. We're going to try and guess each other's games based on the songs with a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off, have a lot of fun, and the winner at the end of the night picks a theme for the next episode and plays some bonus tunes. And the winner last week was me by points, but for some reason, the winner ended up being John Regan. So, Johnny, why don't you talk to him tonight, man? Tell him what we got in store for tonight's show. Game That Tune. FREEPLAY.
Panties.
Panties. I got you some meat. Let me see your cake.
Panties.
panties. I have this piece of meat. Now get on this other piece of meat.
Say, I'm gonna take your GTT panties off with my teeth.
Panties. Eat this meat and then spit it out.
I really don't like how many times we all just said, I'm not even going to say it. I am not going on your goddamn soundboard.
Say titties.
Titties.
Say it slower.
Titties.
Now say it like you're ashamed of yourself.
The titties. I'm going on your soundboard, aren't I? Panties. Oh shit, there is a clip of me saying it.
Yeah, we got it, man. Upon further review, you have said panties. And yes, that's right. Tonight, it's a free play, ladies and gentlemen. Anything goes on tonight's show. So, man, we got a great one coming up. We got 5 great games. We got a great fan request this week. I think we're going to hit an awesome new milestone this week. And, Johnny, I think we just got to, pull up those GTT panties and jump right into the first game, man.
Oh. Wait, sorry.
There's
Game
other
1.
stuff.
Thanks, man.
Alright, so the arcade edition of this game was originally a proof of concept, but the results are so encouraging it was actually fully developed into a standalone arcade cabinet.
Virtual Racing.
I forgot to clip that!
Hold
So-
on, I have a guess.
What game could this be?
I had an inkling, and then suddenly I was like, you know what? I bet this is it.
Man, I'm glad that fucking happened.
So, everybody here says Virtual Racing. You're all wrong. This is Virtual Racing Deluxe for this 32X. No, so it's a hat trick.
No!
So, this is Virtual Racing Deluxe for the Sega 32X.
You don't
Wow,
say.
John. What a classically Johnny start to the show. Wow. I was not prepared for you to free play it up like that right off the bat. That is
That was the best goddamn thing.
that's just fantastic. Jesus. Wow. So yeah, Virtua Racing. This is the like the Mario Kart clone starring the cast of Virtua Fighter.
Yes, I wish it
Oh my
was that.
God.
That'd be so much better. Because honestly, this game's not that great.
No.
Well, I mean, this was like one of the first like 3D racing game, or was it the first 3D racing game? Like,
Not the first. I think it was beaten by Atari by like a year, but it was the first one that was like had a good frame, could actually run at like 60 frames a second.
the point that I'm
I can say from expertise, it was predated by Namco's winning run in 1988 and Atari's Hard Drivin' in 1989. I know my polygonal 3D racers arcade history.
the point that I'm getting at is this was a very, very early 3D racer where like the fact that it was in 3D and had polygonal graphics was a big deal. But going back to it, like, no, it doesn't hold up at all. Like,
That's like the fucking defining characteristic of the Virtua title and like whatever you want to call the umbrella, the series as it were. Like it's in bad polygons from the early 90s and it was the shit when it came out. And now it's like, okay, yeah, I can see that was charming. But yeah,
I mean, they're
going
still
back.
making Virtua Fighter games and they're pretty good, but like the original super blocky ones, I want to say like
Virtua Fighter.
yeah, like Virtua Fighter either 5 or 6 came out not that long ago.
Okay.
He
that's
said
news
typing
me.
to check.
Virtua Fighter 5, I know this from expertise. I can say it offhand without looking it up. Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown was released in 2012. So it's been 7 years, David.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
but-
I mean, the point that I'm making is that when's the last time that you played a Virtua Racer game? Like they made Virtua Fighter games later, and like the series continued on. It wasn't just the shitty polygonal graphics.
That one I just referenced, I was even being generous because it was a remake of Virtua Fighter 5 that came out in 2006. So it's been quite some time since anybody made a
I think
Virtua
you're
Fighter
too
game.
hung up though, John. What I
wanna
you're
know-
hung up on how long ago did the last game come out. What we're really talking about is the fact that for about 20 years they made Virtual Fighter games. Like
It's yeah, they got some longevity out of that name, man.
So how
Uh,
does this tie into virtual tennis and virtual cop?
Well, one thing is, I think you just said virtual, and it's not virtual; it's Virtua.
Oh man, Jesse, how embarrassing for you!
Yeah, John, play the game over sound.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
No!
shit. I gotta
I
find
mean,
it.
That right there is probably the most embarrassing Virtua related thing that has ever happened on this show.
Quite the disappointment.
But
Yes.
But there is a
I'll edit,
virtual
I'll
cop.
edit in the actual game over show. So wait, sorry. What about the police? Fuck the police, Jesse. If we talk about Virtua Cop, not relevant. Do you get to run from the cops? Was this Virtua Need for Speed? No. Let's talk about Virtua
Ooh.
Racing.
Can we have a Virtua Racing where you play as the getaway driver in a cop game?
Yeah, dude, Virtua Drive starring Ryan Gosling. I'd be kind of into that. But no, this isn't that. So this is a game where you play as a box, rolling down the street with
Box
boxy
Boy?
wheels. Yeah, is that what this is? Is the whole Virtua series a prequel to Box Boy?
Oh my god, I would love that
It is
so
now.
much. If they made like
Box Boy's name,
if they made Box Boy 3D using Virtua style graphics.
or it's revealed in the course of the game that Box Boy's name is Akira Jr. It's like, wait, what? My father was the Virtua fighter. Really?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can unlock like a headband item in Box Boy, so I mean it stands
Hell
to
yeah.
reason.
Yep. But anyway, Johnny, so this is your fucking wheelhouse, man. Talk to us about the 32X and Virtua Racing Deluxe.
it is a significant improvement to the Genesis version of Virtual Racing. Because
Is it?
the arcade version of
Go on.
Virtual Racing is like it's smooth. It's a smooth game. Runs at 60 frames a second. You got all kinds of stuff to interact with, like you have NPC characters, things like that. The Genesis one runs at like 10 frames a second. and it's just
Yes.
it's just real ass. Like I remember running it, just being like, I am really disappointed in this. Like, wow. Even like kid me, like 10-year-old me was like, no, this sucks.
Wow.
Virtual
See, that's
Racing-
impressive.
Virtual Racing Deluxe got it up to more like 20 frames a second or so. It's still not arcade quality, but significantly closer than the Genesis version was.
So what you're saying is Nintendo should have rung these guys up and been like, listen, we've made a big mistake. We have this game called Stunt Race FX, and we've way overpromised on what the SNES can deliver. Can you put it on your 32X and maybe get us up to like 7 frames per second? Like,
Can you bring the 32X to the Super Nintendo, please?
yeah, we had kind of a deal going with Sony, and it fell through. Can we plug your 32X into the SNES, please? We're dying here. They took half a secret of mana.
but yeah, I do think that this one has the better soundtrack compared to even the arcade edition. It is really good.
It does.
that music is pretty bumping, pretty jamming.
Yeah, I mean, I had to look it up because obviously it's now Fumi Hataya, who is like Mr. Sonic CD, Mr. Onward into the Sonic series, that funky 90s shit. Anytime, man, that there's, a little bit of that like New Jack Swing, Sega Genesis call and response, like go type music, I'm just like, yes, this is what I'm here for. This is one of the reasons I loved the 90s and video game music.
And yeah, I do know that this also added I think it's like had 2 new cars and like 2 or 3 new tracks are exclusive to the 32X edition, which is pretty cool. So it's not just a straight port, they actually added stuff to it. And yeah, I think it was really cool at the time. It was cool getting
Polygamist.
No, that's not right.
Polybius.
A man who's married to many polygons.
Pluvius. Evil wizard.
A game with polygons on a home console was pretty sweet. And managed to pull off, I think it rivals, what the Super FX chip could do on the Super Nintendo. Hot take. I think this looks better than Star Fox.
No. Johnny, it's really not a hot take. When's the last time you went back and played those fucking FX chip games? They're awful now. Like, oh boy, Johnny, it's they sold that Super NES Classic to people trying to get them to play Star Fox 2. It's unplayable. It's terrible. And then they gave everybody a bunch of free SNES games for being a Nintendo Switch Online member, and they gave everybody Stunt Race FX. We've been over this. It's awful. You can't fucking play it. It's unplayable. It's truly terrible. Actually, oh wait, Johnny wasn't here for that. I think that was a Jim's discussion. But yeah, fucking Super FX chip games suck.
Although I know that's something that has been mentioned on the show before, but I still stand by it. Like, retro 16-bit sprite art being like the indie darling is great, but I am waiting for the indie game trend to be like shitty PlayStation 1 polygon graphics.
Ooh.
Like, that needs to happen. I really want that to happen.
It does. It really does need to happen. Like, where are the people that grew up on the PlayStation 1, like, Jet Moto level polygons? Like, why is that not the inspiration for your $15 indie game right now? Like, that needs to be everything. Everything just needs to be a bunch of interconnected triangles and just, like, clipping through everything.
I can imagine like some young game developer, like fresh with their degree from college in 3D modeling. It's like, I'm not the best at like rounded surfaces and shading. It's like, okay, but what if the models were shitty? Like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah. I don't really feel like, I think we got a good little engine here, but I don't really feel like polishing it. Cool. Publish it. Like,
yeah, why we don't have, we do have, I've seen some low poly games, a few, but like, yeah, like, do you think there'll be like, everything's cyclical, right? Do you think we're gonna in a couple of years see a resurgence of low poly games coming out?
That's the cycle that David's been asking for.
I've seen it.
David's been wanting that.
I've seen it with some like VR games, like that one game. Crap, I forgot what it's called. Hot something. The like bullet game VR and time moves as you move. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's hot. God, I knew it earlier.
Hot crap block. No. Super hot.
I was gonna say
Yes,
Dell in the
yes,
chat, super
yes.
hot.
I said that out of memory. I didn't see Dell's comment in the chat.
Damn, you were on point tonight, John.
Yeah, man.
I know everything without Googling or looking at the chat. So, yeah, that's me. All right, baby. Mr. Facts are correct. But yeah, no, it'd be so fucking cool if like boxy old, 3D stuff came back. Like seriously, like how hard is it to make something for like current systems, like say Switch, where it's basically just like the Star Fox 64 multiplayer, but you play with some friends online? Like what, where is that shit? Like where's my flying games and my like co-op or like multiplayer racing games done in a boxy style? I mean, like it has charm because it just takes you to a certain period in time. That time being about 1994 through 1996. Like it's it's a look that evokes a time period, and I feel like people aren't leaning into it hard enough in current retro game making. But yeah, alas, maybe they will. How old was somebody who was born in 1992 right now? 27 or so? Yeah, they probably weren't playing video games when they were 2. I think the point is they should be making shit like this by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Johnny, I'm going to need you to start doing this. You need to be the one to program it. Can you give us that Sonic R fan game that I know you've got saved on your computer?
Damn it. How did you do that? How did you know that?
I told you, dude. I know everything tonight.
Get
That's
out
the
of my
bit we're
computer,
going
John. I've told
Just-
you.
Yeah.
Just change the faces to our faces and make it a GTT game.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And change those backgrounds before you send it over to like Nintendo for approval for the Switch eShop, because I think it'll get us an adults only rating, all the course themes. But anyway, Johnny, anything else on Virtua Racing? Easily the best box-based racing game that we've covered thus far on the show.
No, I'm excited to get this sweet dope music out of the radio. That was the main driver for picking this. And yeah, with that I'm ready to move
Driver
on.
for things.
Yeah. With that I'm ready to move it on to game 2.
Wow.
Game 2.
So, this game features 8 downloadable characters that are all free. So, an additional piece of trivia that may help you if you guys feel that you need it.
Go on.
Okay, well, I was going to say nobody said anything. It's like, well, maybe they don't know it. Those 8 free downloadable characters were available by scanning QR codes. All right, Johnny is confident with his penis drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Here it comes.
So Johnny says Virtua Racing. Sadly, incorrect.
Jesse's thinking.
John and Jesse have yet to show their answers. Jesse says butts. Very close. John Harrington says Mario Golf 3DS, which I believe we have used on the show before.
Fuck.
Instead, he went with the sister series. This is Mario Tennis Open for the 3DS.
Okay, now.
You know, it's surprisingly difficult to find Mario Tennis music that doesn't sound like Mario Tennis music.
See, and even in your effort to do that, I was like, well, we got a Mario sports game on our hands, but which? Like, and then I feel like when your trivia is like about downloadable characters, it's usually like a covert, like sneaky thing for like the Mario tennis game for we already used Ultra Smash, and then I looked and we had already used Aces. And so I was just going, I'm like, what's that Mario Golf one? World Tour Open? No, fuck it. Whatever. 3DS, yes. And I only put in the 3DS thing after you said QR code. So.
Well, and the interesting thing is I wanted to use this as trivia, but I couldn't find a way to word it. This is the only Mario Tennis game that came out, I believe, before the Mario. Well, let me make sure I got this right. Hang on. Yeah, this is the only Mario Tennis game to come out before the Mario Golf game on the system. Every other Mario Golf game came out before Mario Tennis did. So, or after. Anyhow, the point is, this is Mario Tennis on 3DS. So there are 8 downloadable characters by scanning QR codes. It's a total cheat because the 8 downloadable characters are Metal Mario, Black Yoshi, White Yoshi, Red Yoshi, Pink Yoshi, Blue Yoshi, and Light Blue Yoshi.
Oh,
so
fuck that.
They're not really new characters. They all have slightly different stats and stuff, but yeah, they're palette swaps. It is a total cheat.
I mean, so wait. It's QR codes, so it's not like amiibos or like amiibo cards. So it's not like they're asking you to buy something, right?
Yeah, no. They had they released
I was about to get fucking angry.
They released these QR codes, I think, on the main Nintendo website, or maybe Red Yoshi was available at a Best Buy kiosk, and Blue Yoshi was at GameStop or whatever. But it was very easy to track these down to get the the full roster.
Yeah. I love it. All the different Yoshi characters, all the different Yoshi colors have different, like, black Yoshi is all around. Red and pink Yoshi are technique characters. Like, yellow Yoshi and Metal Mario are power characters. Like, why? Like,
Well, and my favorite is, and I'm trying to remember which one. I think it's the blue Yoshis that are speed characters. Like, Yoshi is normally a speed character. So how different are they really?
I mean, they're blue. They blew themselves. It makes sense.
But yeah, this game. Did anybody else happen to play Mario Tennis on 3DS?
All right, briefly, just what last thing on the Yoshi tangent.
Okay, yeah.
I get it. They're just colored reskins. Do they have any of the characteristics of the colored Mario or colored Yoshis from Super Mario World? Like the yellow one's a power character. Does it like do a sand blast? Or like the red one's a technique character? Does it have a fire shot? Did any of that carry forward?
John, these are eight downloadable palette swaps. No, not a thing.
I'm just trying to redeem it somehow. It's I love the Super Mario World different colored Yoshis. It was fun discovering those. So maybe it's like, oh, you go to McDonald's and you scan this QR code and you get a blue Yoshi that can grow wings to fly around the course. Like that's a cool thing for guys like me, not for many other people, but for guys like me. It'd be a real Easter egg.
It's there if you imagine, well, he's blue, so like if he had wings, he would be faster. That's why he's a speed character. Like
there it is.
It's that kind of a thing.
That's probably why the yellow one's the power character. The sand is implied. They just forgot to add it in. They were like, oh, make him yellow. People get yellow Yoshi. He's famous from that one Star Road level.
So anywho. Was I the only one who played Mario Tennis on 3DS?
Johnny, you're a big 3DS player. Give us your rundown on your favorite things about Mario Tennis 3DS.
Well, I really like all those palette swap characters. That was a pretty cool feature.
I'm actually surprised that he has been paying attention this far.
Yeah. And they were Shy Guys, yes?
No, I think they were Yoshis. But
we'll go review the tape.
I wish they had Shy Guy in this game. But no, it was a pretty fun game. It's the rare Mario Tennis game where I enjoyed the Mario Golf game more because I'm usually more of a Mario Tennis player. But this game is kind of light on content. Like there, you can play in tournaments. There's a couple mini games. Most of the mini games are over very quickly. There was the one mini game that I really enjoyed was Galaxy Rally. It was basically like the Mario Tennis Endless Rally, but it was set on the Mario Galaxy court. So you're trying to collect coins, and you collect coins by collecting like the pieces of the launch star. And eventually like it's set on the court panels are like the green disappearing panels from Super Mario Galaxy. So like the first 25 rally points, everything is fine. After that, like half of the panels disappear. And then the other half, like every time you hit the ball there, it disappears and shifts to somewhere else. So you got like a fun Mario Galaxy reference there. And of course, the bottom of the court is a black hole. So if you miss, your ball gets sucked into a black hole, never to be seen again.
Dope. Now, David, you're the big Mario series guy, Mario sports fan, and Mario Galaxy fan amongst us. Is Mario Galaxy underrepresented in terms of motifs in the Mario sports games? Like, I feel like they needed to come out with more stuff. Like, I know you famously hate Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, and I bet you, just on my knowledge of how much you hate it, there's no Mario Galaxy themed content besides Rosalina. Like,
I mean, there's no themed content in that game, period. But
right, but like, I'm trying to think. Like, I guess a Mario golf course in space wouldn't really work.
Space.
Thanks, John. Wow. I didn't even need to signal you. I take it back. I undo my signaling of you. But yeah, like I feel like Mario Galaxy, it's just such a great, rich, like beautiful game. And it didn't get its representation in like much of the Mario tennis, golf, kart hoops 3-on-3. Like it needs.
What about a Mario Galaxy Strikers pitch?
Ooh,
And it's just a big round ball, and you keep knocking the ball, or it could be a big soccer ball that you play on.
See, I was thinking that, or like, if like this Mario Tennis game, you could just hit Lumas with a tennis racket, like it's a little Mario Galaxy course, and you hit these little squealing, adorable things as your tennis balls, like just little touches.
A Luma is playable in this game, so like a Luma using another Luma as a tennis ball sounds like a horrible idea.
Okay, what if it's that awesome fat Luma, the Lubba? Like, I love that guy.
To get to your point, like, yeah, I agree. Like, I do think that Mario Galaxy is kind of underrepresented, and I think a lot of that stems from during the GameCube era, they really pushed Sunshine. Like, Sunshine was in fucking everything, and then like during the Wii era, they're like, whatever. Like, no,
we
like
paint ourselves into a corner with this whole spherical worlds thing. We can't really do anything with that.
But I mean, like, it would be so simple if in like the next Mario Tennis game there was like Galaxy Court or whatever, and it was just like the normal court, but just in space, just floating in space.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
We remember. Now you're doing it too much, John. God damn it. Thank you.
All
That's
right.
the space undo. Seriously, a Galaxy court would make too much sense, or like the space junk court, or just I don't know. The Mario Galaxy is just such a diverse thing, but the easiest thing to do is just have space as a background and a floating area that like a game takes place on. Like I feel like they just didn't do that for many things, which is too bad. But
although there is one thing that I appreciate about this game. One, there is a court that's set in Mario Galaxy, set in space. There's your classic like Bowser's Castle course. There's like an ice course. There's the jungle course, the sand course. But one thing I did really like is they had a mushroom course, and it was set in Mushroom Gorge from Mario Kart Wii. And I don't mean like set in the same area. It was on the track. Like if you looked in the background, you could see the racetrack around the giant mushroom. And I love when like Mario games do that, where they make those references. Like in Mario Kart Double Dash, like you can see other tracks in the background. Like as you go around like Mushroom Bridge, you can see Mushroom City in the background, and it's not the same. But I loved in Smash Brothers Melee, like in the adventure mode level set in the Mushroom Kingdom. Like as you got to the end of Princess Peach's castle, in the background you could see a golf course. Because of course there's going to be a golf course by Princess Peach's castle. Like all of the sports stuff are in Princess Peach's castle.
Yeah, I think they said in like the new Mario Kart, like Mario Kart 8, the Rainbow Road course, the Rainbow Road 64, it's all set up in the sky, but like you can see down like from certain angles, and I can't remember if you could see like Woohoo Island or like one of the Daisy courses or something, but like you can make out something from the rest of the game. It's like, yeah, that should happen. Like I love the interconnected world of Mario because he runs and he jumps, he goes in some pipes, he steps on some Goombas, and he takes a break and he drives a go-kart, then he plays some golf. Like this is just what this world is. Mario Kart game should be how he gets from one world to another. Like all that's implied to take place. Thank you, John. I was going to say all the Mario Kart courses should be implied to be in the space between worlds, but you fucking jumped the gun. How'd you do that? Anyway, no, fuck. But yeah, no, I like the interconnected Mario world, because it's a world of leisure and then of like oppressive Bowser dictatorship. So it's an interesting world they've got. It needs to be seen.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like I really enjoy that interconnectivity. It makes the games just feel more fleshed out and like bigger. And we've only gotten one Mario sports game on Switch, which is a crime. Like we need another Strikers. We need a Mario golf game. We got Mario and Sonic at the Olympics coming out soon. That's great.
Can't fucking wait.
Oh, that's great.
Can we get
Real fun.
like Mario baseball back? Like let's get some more. Let's flesh out the Mario canon on Switch.
See, and I don't want to do too deep a dive into that, but it's distressing to me that they're moving towards the Switch Lite. I know that's not going to be like the only system they're pushing on people, but I get the feeling there's going to be a lot less of anything involving the motion controls. Like, the motion controls on the Switch work well enough, and it'd be kind of cool to have a Mario baseball game that you can just pop the Joy-Cons off and be playing 2-player Mario baseball in some manner. But I think they're going to move away from that now that they're selling systems where you can't dock it to a TV or detach the Joy-Cons, and I'm a little upset by that.
I'm not sure about that because
Switch Lite owners play ARMS.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure about that because they're like, oh, we got the Switch Lite. It doesn't use the motion controls. Now check out our Ring peripheral, which specifically uses the Joy-Con separated. Like, okay, Nintendo, what are you trying to sell us here?
Yep, they're going after everybody. I'm intrigued, man. Nintendo's a mess.
They just want us to have 2 Switches. That's all it is.
Yeah, see, I saw somebody saying, "Oh man, I finally traded my Switch for the Switch Lite." I'm like, why? Like, don't you want to eventually play something on the TV? It's like, I don't really play it on the TV. It's like, yeah, but don't you like want the option? Like,
Yeah.
I can't play Smash Brothers in handheld mode all the time. I need to put that bitch on the TV every now and then. Like, it's just, why would you take away the option for yourself? Like, they're going for people, they want them to have 2 Switches. They want a fucking, the main Switch on the TV for dad, and then they want that light switch so the kids can be playing Pokemon, and never the 2 shall meet. But I don't know. It's it'll be interesting. But yeah, the point is more Mario sports games, please.
Yeah.
Or even, I mean, where's the Switch Wii Sports compilation? Like, bring that. Where's Switch Sports Resort? I need to go back to Woohoo Island.
I want Woohoo Island to come back in a game so bad. I miss Woohoo Island.
Yeah, it's a great setting, and there's fun sports to be had in the Nintendo world. I think we need to get in touch with Nintendo. We need to make sure that part of the next Mario game is set on Woohoo Island, just to really bring that Smashverse together.
Oh God, could you imagine if like Mario Odyssey 2 Woohoo Kingdom?
Oh man, see, oh God, I'd be all about that. I'd be climbing that volcano. I'd be wall kicking in that bitch. It'd be so good. Anyway, David, anything else on Mario Tennis Open, or Mario sports games in general, or the state of Nintendo Switch sports games?
I was gonna say anything else on Mario Tennis Open, which we really didn't discuss much, but it's fine. It's a pretty fun game. It's Mario Tennis on 3DS.
You tell me a game is light on content, I'm going to find something else to talk about. That's just how this is going to go. So, hell yeah, man. Johnny, hit us with one more space and take us to the next game.
Game 3.
right, guys, this is our fan request from Isaac on YouTube. This game was pretty famous for its poorly translated dialogue. One line should have been translated, as it seems someone has planted an explosive on the ship. All right, guys. Who's got some answers? Everybody says Zero Wing, and David has a great drawing of cats, and Jesse wrote
Cats.
All Your Base. That is correct. This is Zero Wing for the Sega Genesis. Yes, so that line that I said was translated as "Somebody set us up the bomb."
Yep.
Make your time.
You have no chance to survive. Make your time. Take off
It's
every
you.
zig for great justice. I know this. Why do I know this? Like,
Why are you saying it without looking it up, John? That's my thing tonight. How
Is
do you do
this
that?
where For Great Justice came from?
yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew that. I only knew
Really?
All Your Base Are Belong to Us and Someone Set Us Up the Bomb.
It's somebody set us up the bomb.
Somebody set us up the bomb.
Yeah, you're fired, David.
I'm sorry, set up us. But anyway,
Better get it right, guys.
This is Zero Wing, the creator of one of the earliest internet memes. No, not earliest. There were memes before this, but I think this was like a really big meme that managed to cross its way into like the general population, right? Because before
yeah.
All Your Base, before All Your Base, we
I don't
had
know
like,
about general population, but it definitely was like prolific in nerd circles. Like this was referenced on Futurama.
yes.
Like this got some
There's a-
coverage.
There's a like dance track remix using All Your Base. Like this went mainstream ish.
Like definitely, like,
I still challenge. I don't know that it did.
I definitely think like the memes before this was like what Mr. T ate my balls,
Or the you have two cows jokes.
yeah,
What?
like
Not even Doom music. You're the man now, dog.
no
Leroy Jenkins,
I think not even Doom music was after this, but
Okay.
anyways,
Cub Girl.
Tub Girl was probably after this. Oh man,
Everyone's favorite.
I don't know, man.
God, are we gonna bring up Lemon Party too? Or
oh,
No, David, don't say that.
it's not Lemon Party.
Meat-
That old.
What
you
about Meat
started
Spin?
it.
Meat spin?
So
Oh no,
back to All Your Base Are Belong to Us.
we are on the way to destruction here. This is bad.
I've. Sorry, John. That was good.
Thank you.
Oh man.
I mean,
Yeah. So main screen turn on. This game, I've never really played a lot of it. I mostly know about it from the memes. And this is like that's definitely a meme that you go back and watch. You watch the video of All Your Base Are Belong to Us, and you're like, why was this funny?
because it's goddamn timeless is why it's funny. It's insane. One, shoot 'em up games need no story. Two, none of this comes through in the gameplay. And three, it's that fucking crazy ass like sprite work. Like the character of Cats is so utterly bizarre looking. Like that when he pops up on the screen and the response is just, "It's you." It's like, it is? Like, go on. You know who this guy is? This fucking like the wacky space cyberpunk villain? Like, okay. And so what's his story? Oh my god, all your base art belong to us. Like, just picture it as like a fucking like 80s like space action movie, and it's like, yeah, this is goddamn nonsense. This is awesome. I love it. Like, I'm trying to think of like an 80s character actor that would have gotten roped into playing Cats in like Zero Wing the movie.
Schwarzenegger? Just because like they would want the star power?
Dolph Lundgren.
See, I always felt like Cats was like, without playing the game, Cats is just like the kind of phantom threat. He just appears on the video screen. So I was thinking more like Terrence Stamp. Fucking like General Zod. Like somebody appears with some smoldering intensity on a video screen. It's just like, oh no, it's you.
Young Gary Oldman.
See, that's what it looks like to us, 90s kids. After that, it's like, oh, that's just Gary Oldman. That's just his character from The Fifth Element. What's he doing here? It's like, no, it couldn't have been Gary Oldman. This was 1989 or so. Oh crap. You got to think of like, bad guys from like, Stallone movies, or, I don't know. It feels like this movie would have starred like Kurt Russell.
Ooh, no. The dude who played Kreese in Karate Kid.
Yes, that is Cats right there. Yeah. Sweep the leg because all your base are belong to us. What are you saying, Kreese? But yeah, no, it just it reeks of like the best of like 80s, early 90s. Like this was right on the cusp like of 80s, 90s, and it's stuck between worlds, and it's just a fucking delight, man. Because there's no way you could do this movie. The special effects weren't good enough back then. Like, now this would have come out on straight to video and looked like Star Wars, but it would have been like 12 years too late. Like,
I mean, they made The Last Starfighter, and that was a movie about a game that was a shoot 'em up, and then he joined the military in space.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, like, are the special effects in a 1980s version of Zero Wing the movie not good enough, or just bad to be perfect?
Or exactly where they need to be? That's the question. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a mystery. I think they need to make it. I'm surprised that's not like a Funny or Die sketch. It's like a live action version of this by now. Like, I feel like, it peaked. Like this, are we at the point where early internet memes are soon going to come back around and be a thing again? Ooh. Much like David wants polygons to be like the new like retro game thing. Are we at the point where there's kids who are raised on the internet meme Zero Wing and need to reference that more so than the actual game Zero Wing? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
See, I think that's the secret. I think we need like an HD remastered version of Zero Wing using shitty 90s polygon graphics.
Yes.
Can you imagine like if Cats came on to deliver those lines, but he looked like Polygon Man from the PlayStation 1?
Yeah, or he looked like fucking like a character from Metal Gear Solid, like just kind of vibrating blocks with no face. Like, that's kind of cool, I guess. I'm just going to derail this because Dell just came back with possibly the best Cats casting possible. Michael Dorn as Cats. Just, you want to talk space intensity. Do we just need to go around the horn and just do, fantasy Cats casting? Johnny, who you got in mind for this role, man? Let's just spitball it here.
Oh man, does it have to be somebody from the 80s, or can it just be anybody?
I mean, anybody at this point. Yeah, like if you're casting a Zero Wing movie, or fucking more accurately, like Funny or Die sketch, or like an honest trailer nowadays. Who you got playing Cats?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Going hard, man. Going to the top. He's going to unretire from acting to come back and play Cats. Wow. I can't, no, there's no point in continuing this bit. That John just took it.
I was going to say, please don't choose me next. I don't want to follow that.
No, how can you? God damn. Daniel Day-Lewis wins his 3rd or 4th Oscar for playing Cats. Oh my goodness. That'd just be, I mean, not unprecedented, like not unbelievable. I'd believe it. But yeah, so Johnny, you did play this then, right?
Briefly, yeah, I have played a little bit.
Played it on your Sega Genesis back in 1989 when it came out in America, right?
Well, I don't know if this game actually came out in America, to be honest. I think this was only...
Game over!
I'm trying to understand the logic of, I'm not sure if this game came out in America, then why would they have a shitty English version of it?
Well, Europe.
That's a fair question.
the European
It's like, we're going to
release-
release this only in Japan, but translate it into English first. And I don't want to spend a lot of money doing so.
No, it also came out in Europe. It just didn't come out in North America. It was translated to English for the European market.
Was it okay? See, now this is a real deal breaker here. Was it translated into Cockney English? Should all of this be said with a Michael Caine accent? Is that what we need?
Oh my God, John! Can you get the Michael? Can you do the Michael Caine? All your base art belong to us.
Oi, someone set us up a bomb. They did.
It's you. Let's see.
Oh my God, Michael Caine as the captain and Daniel Day-Lewis as Cats.
Okay, so John,
Take
you can
off
do a good
every
Daniel
zeke.
Day-Lewis impression, right?
Nope.
We get signal. Main screen turn on. Nope, it's not gonna work.
No,
I
take
can't
off
do
every
it.
zig. Say it.
Yeah. Is it take off every zig?
I'm checking.
Yeah.
Yes, it is take off every zig.
Okay, I gotta do it real serious. I gotta get, you gotta do the sad voice. You gotta really sell that sad. You know what you're doing for great justice. Take off every zig. Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm not a good Michael Caine guy.
Oh no, that was beautiful. That was oh my God.
All your Fernet Branca are belong to us.
Episode title.
How are you, gentlemen?
That's perfect.
We are really on our way to destruction here. So, Johnny, anything else on Zero Wing starring Michael Caine and Daniel Day-Lewis?
Nope. That's perfect. We can't top that.
Yeah, no. Dream casting. Let's make it happen.
Game
And thanks,
4.
Isaac, for the request.
Oh yeah, thank you, Isaac.
Game 4.
All right, so this game. Where was it? Shit. No. I had it. Okay. Fuck. I lost it again. Okay. All right. So this game was a game that was kickstarted, and it reached 1.5 million within the first day. Various stretch goals were introduced and met, including obtaining David Hayter as a voice actor. How you guys feeling?
Good.
I know
Very
David.
good.
David's feeling great.
Yeah.
All right,
Super
let's see
good.
it.
Oh, I got
Let's
this.
see it. Oh, Johnny says cats. He's incorrect. And both John and David say bloodstained, which is correct. This is bloodstained. Basically a new Castlevania, but with a different name.
I was gonna
And-
say I was feeling it's like okay, it's a Castlevania game. I know Jesse pretty well. I know the Castlevania games we've used. I'm pretty sure I've guessed the right Castlevania game. And then you said this game started like oh it's Bloodstained. Okay,
Right.
Yeah.
That thing. The one that sounds exactly like a Castlevania game because they also got Michiru Yamane to do the music.
Yes.
And yeah. Man, that sounded so much like Castlevania music that yes, I am on the same path as David for this one. And I am also, I assume, on a similar path of embarrassment with David that we have not yet played these.
I have been meaning to buy this game because I wanted to play it, but other games got in the way.
Honestly, I think hearing this music just kind of put me over on this. Like, I really want to fucking play this. Like, so Jesse, it's a new Castlevania type game, in the style of What's it closest to? Is it that Symphony of the Night
Yes.
Metroidvania style, or
Yes.
what do we got here?
Symphony of the Night. You kill stuff. They drop spirits that you can use as like spells or like abilities, like passive things to make you better at weapons. You could get different weapons. It's like a Metroidvania. And your character Miriam, some of the equipment she equips shows up during cutscenes, so that may or may not be silly depending on how you've dressed your character. That's always fun.
Oh yeah, are you kidding? I love that, actually. That's like one of my favorite things about some games where they actually keep the look that you're going for. Something I've been like, dreaming about since like back in the days of Secret of Mana. It's like, I have all this dumb armor on. Why can't I see it? Like,
yeah.
Show me my character's wearing something silly, please.
Like right now, my character's wearing a pirate hat, so that's fun.
Yes.
And let's see. There's there's a demon barber named Todd who can change your hair and the color of your outfit.
Sweetie.
Yep.
Sweetie.
And but it's weird because you fight a bunch of other demon barbers first, and then you show up to this one, and he's just in a room by himself, and you're about to attack him. He's like, "No, don't kill me! I have a curse. I have to do 666 perfect hairstyles before the curse is lifted." And
okay, now that's a bit on the nose.
And your character's like, "That's a terrible curse," and she's like, "You're telling me, bub."
Yeah, it's a terrible night to have this curse. If you catch my meaning.
Yeah. What?
Wait, is it a horrible night to have a curse?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Still, it's
shit.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see. David Hayter plays the samurai dude, and he kind of sounds like Snake, if he was a samurai. And
yeah, I think that guy's got the one voice kind of locked and loaded.
Yeah, which is good because like I was playing it, I'm like, is this Snake? And I looked up, I was like, oh yeah, it is. Awesome.
It is. This is Snake.
Although that fight almost made me quit the game because it's very, very fucking hard, and you just have to go back and farm, level up and grind a little. But once you start collecting more spirits and stuff, it does start to get more manageable because you can really like customize your character to do a whole sorts of crazy stuff. Like right now, the craziest thing I can do is I can summon a frog, and the frog does way too much damage for just being a frog. I can summon a bunch of different animals, actually. I can summon a rat. I can summon some bats. I can summon ghosts. Let's see. A dog thing. This is thing where I can summon a giant tentacle that slaps everything. And I'm only like maybe 2.5 hours in, and you're still tons of things to get.
When you said you could summon the frog, it's like it sounds like some Harry Potter shit where you haven't practiced your Patronus very much. It's like, what can you do? I can summon a frog. Really? Yeah. There's like fucking demons and vampires and shit over here, and you've got a frog summon. Does it dance like the frog from the WB? No, it doesn't. It's just a frog.
It's a demon frog.
Okay, see, now we're talking. Horn frog?
No, he's just a demon frog.
Okay. I like how you're only like 2-3 hours into this game, and so far the summons are like, oh, a frog, like a ghost, like, okay, yeah, you can summon those things, like a giant evil tentacle. It's like, wait, you're only 2 hours in and you have the Kraken? Like, yeah. Fuck.
Well, I think you get it from the first boss.
Okay.
The first boss
say, it's like, wow, that escalated very quickly.
But it's cool. The writing definitely doesn't take itself too serious, or there's like this one character that's like overly serious, but like in a kind of goofy way. But it's pretty cool. I'm digging it so far.
Yeah. So tell me about this enemy that you encounter in the sewer area. I'm looking at the wiki page for this now. Have you gotten to the sewer area? Am I about to spoil something for you?
Maybe.
Big suit of armor? carries a special weapon.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
I forgot
well,
that was in the game.
I almost don't want to tell you about it because I think you'll really dig it when you encounter him.
Shovel Knight.
Yeah, the shovel armor enemy in the sewer area. I'm like, dope.
No, I did just encounter a gigantic cat with like horns, and he like slaps you around and summons fire, and I was like, that's a big fucking cat.
I was gonna say, is that a reference or is it just a big ass fire?
No, it was just a big fucking cat. Like that blew my mind. Like
big old pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit. I wish I had more to say about this because I know that it's fucking hot right now, and I really want to play it. But it like goes to show you how little I know about it. I was literally gonna ask, like, so the graphics, like, we got kind of like a 16-bit kind of thing going. It's like, no, we don't. It's not that at all. This game looks pretty fucking good. Like, it's a modern game done in a Metroidvania style. Like, I know that I need to play it, and I know I need to hear more of this music, and I've not sought it out. What is it about adulthood and parenthood that eats into your gaming time so greatly? Jesse, what happened to us?
It picks up, it goes up and down. You'll get spurts where you get to play more, and then sometimes you don't. And
that's what I'm saying. I think I've realized now the first couple of years of having a baby, not the most like independent times in a baby's life. So I'm kind of in demand. So Johnny, you're gonna need to play Bloodstained. I'm gonna need to live through you vicariously. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a couple of Let's Plays on this. I'm gonna need a full plot breakdown. Johnny Game Explain. I'm gonna need your own version of that. You're gonna need to really break down the lore of this game for me. I want to be able to talk about it with people by listening to you talk about it. So
that I think I could do that.
You've got time for that, right? You don't have any kids. You can do this. Right? Nothing else going on.
I do love the simple fact I was looking up. It's like, I want to see like how they translated Shovel Knight, because I knew he was in the game. And I was like, oh and yeah, he looks built and like the armor is very classic medieval. And I pulled up one screenshot where, because you do fight him and he's doing the classic Shovel Knight shovel drop move. Like, nope, it's still fucking Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Like, you can make him look as awesome as you want, but he's still gonna jump over you and drop onto you.
Yeah, jack your ass up with that shovel. That's just his way, baby. I love Shovel Knight. Speaking of going all the way back to the beginning of the show, fucking with like shitty polygonal graphics. When are we getting the new Shovel Knight? Like a fucking 2D Metroidvania Shovel Knight done with shitty boxy graphics. It makes so much sense. Like, it's time, right?
I remember
like
actually
Mischief Makers cross Shovel Knight.
Yacht Club, like after they finished Shovel Knight and they were talking about like all the other campaigns they were doing, like Plague of Shadows and everything, they were talking about like, what do you want us to do next and everything. And one of the ideas was like Super Shovel Knight, which was basically like Shovel Knight on a Super Nintendo. And then somebody suggested Shovel Knight 64. That was like shitty polygonal graphic version of Shovel Knight. And they seriously considered doing that. It's like, please do make that game. I want that.
Yeah. I'm saying, man, like, I don't care if it's 2D or 3D. It'd be fucking cool if it was 3D. Like, you're just, God, imagine like a 3D, even just a bad 3D platformer where you're playing as Shovel Knight and bouncing on shit. Like, Gex 3, Deep Shovel Gecko. Like, just like, I'm trying to think of the shittiest, like, shittiest good 3D platformer. Get us that Rayman or Gex engine, throw Shovel Knight in it, and just, let us go to town.
I would
so good.
The only thing I could want more than like a shitty graphic 3D Shovel Knight game is if it's like Gex and there's a level in the Titanic for some reason.
Yes, and Shovel Knight is suddenly Dana Gould. Pretty good. But yeah, man, a Nintendo 64 or like 32X era Shovel Knight would be pretty fucking dope. But then again, so would a Nintendo 64 or 32X era Bloodstained. This game, it seems really fucking cool, and I need to get it. So,
I-
Jesse, this I assume carries your recommendation.
Oh, especially for October, you want to play something spooky.
You're not spoiling anything. Are you terrible at this game?
I am so far, but I still haven't figured
I
out
haven't been
how to
recording it.
Yeah, so
I mean, that's all right. Yeah,
it's on
plenty.
Xbox Game Pass, which
Okay.
it's so good. Like, there's so many games I wouldn't be playing without Game Pass. Like, even like some games that are just kind of average, like they're still kind of fun to play, but I wouldn't, spend $40 for them. But
Right, I was gonna say, when they're on Game Pass, you might as well. I was gonna say, like, wow, you get to play them on Game Pass. I get the privilege of paying $15 to $20 for them on my Switch, baby. So that's why I'm actually looking for a recommendation. Like, I have to spend money. But,
I would pay to this game because it is good.
I could tell.
I want to point something out, John. I like how you kept saying Nintendo 64 and Sega 32X era. I think the Sega 32X era was like 2 months, 3 months. Like, it's not much of an era.
It's a hell of an era, baby. It burned out bright.
Like a shooting star.
Yeah, exactly. It was a goddamn supernova, John. Yeah, you know this. You had your 32X plugged into your Sega CD, plugged into your Sega Genesis, right?
That's not the order you plug them in, but that's fine.
Shit. Tell us how to make the fucking Sega Big Mac before we move on, John.
32X,
everybody.
32X into the Genesis, Genesis into the Sega CD.
Right. Okay. And how many power outlets do you need?
3. Wait, 4.
Yeah. Jesus God.
No, 3.
Wait. We talked about it, Johnny. You could fool me easily if you just speak confidently. I really would have bought that.
You need 6 power outlets for this monstrosity.
But it lets you play Bloodstained. It's all good.
You have to dedicate a whole circuit of your house to it.
Yeah. You really can't run Bloodstained at the same time as the dryer.
Yeah,
or the whole house is going to short out.
Don't try to pop popcorn while playing this game.
It takes one of those heavy-duty outlets. Anyway, Jesse, fuck yeah on Bloodstained, Game Pass, and Sega 32X. Anything else?
Oh, no, that's it.
Hell yeah, guys. Johnny, let's finish it up, man. What do we got finishing off the night?
Game 5.
Oh man, guys, I'm trying to decide whether or not to give you like the tricky trivia first or the giveaway trivia. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Giveaway.
Giveaway?
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. So, this game features a musical score by Tim Follin, who has named this game's title track as his favorite amongst his compositions. Everyone, make sure your dicks are set in the full and upright position as we begin the third song.
Man.
Guys,
Fuck.
how's everybody feeling?
Ah.
I need a cigarette.
Yeah, I need a minute.
I was going to say. Yep.
Ooh.
Somebody get me a towel. Let's see those answers. David says ghouls and ghosts. He's incorrect. Johnny and Jesse both have the correct answer. This is Solstice. Yes, Solstice for the NES. Famous only for having a Tim Follin soundtrack.
Oh yeah, and that was fucking Tim Follin. Oof.
Yeah, baby, that was the title theme with all the fucking wacky complexity of like a goddamn Rush song. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, he really went all out on that.
It really begins to not sound like an NES anymore. Like, it begins to sound like some kind of crazy Commodore 64 composition or something. Like,
oh yeah, no, it's like transcendent after a while. It's like you stop hearing the limitations of the NES sound chip, and you're just like, you know, like you with a good pair of headphones on. It's like, I'm transported. Like, this is fucking crazy. That motherfucker got that chip to sing.
John, if you don't mind me asking, where did you get that trivia? Because I have notes saying Fallen noted Ghouls and Ghosts on the Commodore 64 as his favorite work.
Oh, well, I probably should have given you the less Tim Fallon-based trivia then about the 250 puzzle rooms, but nope. According to Solstice's Wikipedia page, the game features a musical score by Tim Fallon, who named the game's title track as his favorite amongst his compositions.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, c'est la vie.
As I say, we take that. I was wrong. I was wrong.
It's okay. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta know Solstice, motherfucker. Like, what's wrong with you? What's the matter, David? You didn't play Solstice?
No.
I mean, did you play the sequel?
Eclipse?
Oh, see,
Equinox.
Yeah, that's the secret that I discovered by looking this up. I'm like, man, this game kind of this soundtrack kind of fucks. Like, this is some good Tim Fallon shit, and it's like, it was followed by a 1993 sequel, Equinox. I'm like, balls, fuck this. Like, I was right on the verge of not using it. It's like, no, this soundtrack's way better than whatever fucking weird wind music he was doing for Equinox. Like, we got Equinox back as a request all the way in episode 6. Go back and look that shit up.
Thanks, Alex.
Super game that tune. Thank you, Alex Messenger, Patreon super fan tier producer, still to this day. But yeah, Equinox can suck my balls. Solstice, however, much better. Not in terms of gameplay. It's just like Equinox. It's an isometric puzzle room adventure type game. Man, I tried watching a video of this to get a read on this, and oh man, what a fucking pile of inscrutability this game is. It's,
how long did you last?
I mean, in terms of this long play I was watching, see, here's the problem with watching a video about the game rather than attempting to play the game. If I attempted to play this game, I would have lasted about 5 minutes. Instead, I watched a long play of someone who obviously knows how to play this game, and they were like rocking its ass in about 5 minutes. And that's all I could stand. I'm like, okay, wait, I can't keep up with this. Like, this doesn't, he's just jumping around and grabbing tiles and dropping shit onto spikes and what's that? He's falling down pits and going different levels. Like, this whole game seemed like an 8-bit version of the Water Temple from fucking Zelda Ocarina of Time. Like, I couldn't get a read on what the fuck was going on, and it's all kind of multi-dimensional fucking shit that I can't figure out. You grabbing items, and I don't know what any of them do. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Isometric puzzle adventure game with over 250 rooms. Fuck that. This game, though, has a Tim Fallon soundtrack. That's why we're here, baby.
Wonderful.
Bow down before the fucking lord of NES music, man. Like, Jesus Christ, this soundtrack is good. Like,
Man.
I just, it's crazy, man. And this is what I was like, oh, well, that's got to be like his magnum opus. Like, he just fucked off and like didn't do anything for a couple years after that. No, this was before Silver Surfer. This was before Pictionary. This was before Treasure Master. He rocked the fucking NES house on a few more games, and then he went on to the SNES and he did Block and Equinox and shit. Like, Jesus Christ, man, this guy, he can make those chips sing.
Tim Fallon fucks.
He does.
He
He absolutely fucks. There's no question. Like, it's
Arpeggio master.
Yeah, truly. We've been honoring him since game 1 or since episode 1 of this goddamn show. Back when I didn't even know who Tim Fallon was. Jesse graced us with Sky Shark, and I'm like, yeah, that's a nice soundtrack. He's like, yeah, it's Tim Fallon. He's fucking great arpeggios, and he kind of fucks. And I'm like, cool, I'm going to look into some more of that. Here we are 175 episodes later. It's like, yeah, I should bust out another Tim Fallon soundtrack. Because we're hitting a little milestone here, guys. Does anybody know how many NES games we've used on this show?
Ooh.
175.
Is this
There's been one every single episode.
is this number 90? 100?
I was going to say, I'm going to go with the big one. 100?
Why would you guess 90? What the hell, John? Yes,
90,
David.
classic milestone number.
You didn't even guess 69. Like,
I mean,
what's
'cause
wrong with you?
90 is a lot of something. Like that's a
Yeah.
good amount.
But if you've been consulting our spreadsheet of games that we've already used, it's been sitting on 99 NES games for a few weeks now. And yes, this is NES game number 100 for us.
Nice.
So we've used just about 1/7 of all NES games in existence. And it felt like, hey man, let's cross that milestone tonight. We got a free play. I got a Tim Fallon soundtrack loaded up for that. So yeah, it's the 100th NES game that we feature on the show. I'm proud of that, man. Like, it's NES reigns supreme on Game That Tune. Yeah, of course. Second place, Genesis, with Johnny and Jesse representing very heavily, and third place, Super Nintendo. All me, no David. So yeah.
That's not true.
Nice job,
I
David.
used Mega Man 7.
He's right. Thanks for contributing. Arguably the worst Mega Man game.
Well, now, John,
I'm helping.
you didn't mention.
I
what
really
those-
appreciate it. Having to talk about Shade, man. Thanks, David. Thanks for bringing shit up.
You didn't mention what number of games we were at for Genesis and Super Nintendo, though.
I know. I'm sorry, man. It's because it's not 100. It's slightly less than that. So yes, if my fucking Google sheet would load, the system count. Yes, it is official. Actually, shit. Now everything's changed. Okay, so before this show, 99 NES games, 80 Sega Genesis games, and 79 SNES games.
Nice.
So the Genesis. Okay, so it's now 100. It's 182 and still 79. Nobody fucking chose.
Nice.
89, baby. Wait, no. But yeah, so there's not much to say. It's fucking great. The soundtrack's fucking awesome. The game is inscrutable. This seems like the kind of game that you would rent from Blockbuster, and it would just drop you into like a little ISO room with an arrow, and then you just never find your way out, and you fucking like kill yourself. Like I can't imagine this game being fun. Like the 1-up it's just like a blue wizard's hat that's sitting on the ground. You're picking up all kinds of different potions. I mean, like nothing in this game makes any sense. The only thing that makes sense is a Tim Fallon soundtrack.
You remind me how terrible it was to play a game and have no idea how to play the game. Like if you rented a game from like a mom and pop's place, chances are they wouldn't have the fucking manual. So you just put the game in, and if you didn't know how to play it, you were fucked. There's no internet. You might have a friend who's played it before, maybe, but you were just this game would just.
I used to hate like going to the video rental place down from my parents' house when I was a kid and like renting the game, or even renting one from like Albertsons and like getting home and opening up the package and there wasn't a manual. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Shit. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. These games don't. The gameplay is not intuitive. Like you're playing an NES game in an isometric perspective. That's already a detriment. Like you can't go diagonal with that gamepad. So like nothing makes sense as it is. So it's not going to go well for you.
Games in that era did not have tutorial levels, intro levels.
Shit, no.
You just went right
no
in.
hand holding, just ball kicking.
Exactly. And Tim Fallon music playing the entire goddamn time.
Oh.
It's just like, well, this is cool, but like, am I getting anywhere? Like, I kind of feel like I'm just falling in a lot of pits and
Fallen in a lot of pits.
Yeah.
Would you say? Oh, damn it! You beat me to it.
Would you say you're Jeff and Tim in a lot of pits? No. You'd say you're falling in a lot of pits.
I mean, you could.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, man. Fucking Solstice on the NES. What a fucking game. And like I said before, it's so it's our 100th NES game. So if we're collecting 100 of something, then I believe that gets us as per old NES rules a 1-up. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's with that in mind that I go to a hastily slapped together episode 175 unnecessary tie-breaking lightning round. Now, Johnny, I'm going to let you participate in this because it's a lightning round designed for 3, even though you are not in any danger of breaking this tie. So, video games give you a lot of ways to earn an extra life. One of them is collecting 100 of something or just finding a special item. And so I've compiled, this really is going to be a lightning round. I got 10 different things. I'm going to give you the year and the name of an item or a method of getting an extra life, and you tell me what game this occurs in. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so Johnny, you have the least points, so we're going to start with you after I update the thing to say lightning round. Doot. Yeah. All right, Johnny. 2008 stock ball.
And I have to give you the game this is from?
Yes, you do.
Super Monkey Ball.
That's a very good guess, John. That's incorrect. For no points, David, would you like to attempt to steal?
Stock ball. Wall Street?
Wall Street.
Stock? S-T-O-C. Oh, Smash Brothers Brawl.
Super Smash Brothers Brawl Subspace Emissary is the correct answer. All right, so we're moving on to Jesse. Sorry, I was going counterclockwise. 2017, Mifa's Grace.
Mifa's Grace, 2017.
Couldn't give this one to David.
Oh man.
Can I steal it for no points if
I
he
don't
gets
know.
it wrong?
I don't know.
David, for no points, would you like to steal?
Breath of the Wild.
That is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
2 right answers, 0 points.
That's
See, I don't
David
think of
way,
that game
baby.
as having lives. Weird.
See, but for Mifa's Grace, you would only activate it by being killed and being resurrected. It was an extra life. Okay, David, this one's for you, baby. 1981. The Special Flag.
Pac-Land.
Wrong. Or maybe right, but the one
This shit is...
Do I get a steal?
Johnny, go for it.
Donkey Kong.
Wrong. Jesse, you want to steal for no points?
What was the item again?
Special Flag.
Oh, Mario Bros. The original.
No. The answer that I wrote here is Rally X.
Oh, God.
Aha! The originator of the Special Flag. This lightning round's going fantastically. All right, Johnny, here we go. 1995. Shooting 40 consecutive enemies without missing.
1995. The House of the Dead.
That's a good guess, but it's incorrect. Does anybody want to attempt to steal for no points?
Gradius 3?
Incorrect.
R-Type.
That's also incorrect. Johnny was the closest. It was Time Crisis. The shittiest possible way of earning an extra life is by shooting 40 things in a row in Time Crisis without missing a single shot.
Oof.
All right. We're moving on. Jesse, 2001, A Squirrel Tale.
Oh shit, 2001. Is it Conquer?
It is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Johnny, give him a cha-ching on that. There it is. David, 1994, A Red Balloon.
Oh, Donkey Kong Country.
That's correct.
There we go.
Not it.
Johnny, 1991, 100 rings or 50,000 points.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
That is incorrect.
Ah.
It's Sonic 2, baby.
That's not 1991. Get out of here. That's 1992.
Not from what I saw.
Nope.
Do we need to debate? I don't want to get into this
That's
debate.
not
Give
a
yourself
debate.
a point if you take a point. Cool. Anyway, he's in no danger of winning. Jesse, 1998, the Golden Bear statue.
Banjo-Kazooie?
That's correct. David, really fucking you here. 2004, the Resurrection File.
2004?
Mm-hmm. And file is spelled Phial. Sorry.
Tales of Symphonia.
Fair guess. No, the answer was Fable.
Oh, of course.
Really more of a Jesse question. And Johnny, 2002, finishing us off. This was supposed to be the chance for someone to win this whole thing. And of course, I didn't set it up that way. 2002, the Stone Mirror.
2002, The Stone Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
That's incorrect. Anybody want a chance to steal for no points?
You know, if you had given me points for stealing them, I could have won this damn round.
I know, but that's the beauty of it, man. Who's to say that by the end of the round I wouldn't give you the points anyway? Do you know what the Stone Mirror is from?
2002 Stone Mirror. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror?
No, that's incorrect. Jesse, last chance.
Stone Mirror 2001. God of War.
No, that's incorrect. It's a game we all played and loved very dearly. It's Fatal Frame.
Oh.
Yeah, duh. I really should have organized these better, so that was up front. And we could finish on a game we actually all liked. But anyway, that's our impromptu and unnecessary tie-breaking lightning round. Johnny, it's time to send it to the calculating computer.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps. Boops.
What the heck?
Scoring complete. This game's winner is... Jesse Moore.
Awesome.
Hell yeah, motherfucker. Fantastic show tonight, Jesse. You obviously reigned supreme in that lightning round. You picked up 2 big points. Just about as good as that round could have gone for any of us. And, way to go, my man. Yeah, I think you should win just based on being the first person to bring a Tim Follin soundtrack to the show. Like, you introduced me, my uncultured video game music podcast host and ass to Tim Follin all those years ago. And here we are all these years later, and I'm bowing down at the altar. So, you're like the cardinal of the Church of Tim Follin.
Just so you know, Jesse, I as well had never heard of Tim Follin before we started this show.
Yeah, you spoke about it as though it should be common knowledge, and I'm like, I should probably make that common knowledge. Yeah. He says that like, oh yeah, Tim Follin, that's the guy we all know. Like, oh crap, were we supposed to look up composers for these things? I kind of thought we'd just play some music and drink beers, baby. Anyway, yeah, Jesse, you got the fantastic win tonight, and what do you got in mind for our next episode?
I mean, it's October. Let's do spooky games.
Ooh.
That's it, man. That's all it takes. Spooky games. I got this great game in mind. I just heard about it recently. Bloodstained. I'm going to use that next week.
It's great. Soundtrack is so good.
Yeah, soundtrack straight up fucks. It demon and vampire fucks. It's going to be awesome. I would like to remind everybody we don't reuse games on this show, so no, I won't be using Bloodstained. But yes, it's October. It's time for spooky games. Because, I guess the other alternative thing would be like, I don't know, games with leaves, orange leaves. It's, oh God, should we have been this whole time doing a fall in theme, like a Tim Follin for fall? Have we been fucking around for all these years and not come up with Tim Follin autumn?
I mean,
God damn
for
it.
February, I did Fallen in Love.
Yeah.
That's true.
So.
And it absolutely fucked, and we all fell in love with it. So, thank you for that. But yeah, so maybe some Tim Fallen. Maybe he composed for a spooky game. But yeah, spooky games on next week's Game That Tune. Thank you so much for that theme, Jesse. And thank you, everybody, for listening. We appreciate you always watching along live with us. We're live every Wednesday night, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. Find us there. We're in podcast form the following Wednesdays. Check us out in Apple Podcasts or anywhere you get your podcasts. Just search for Game That Tune. Come find us. We're there, baby. You should check out patreon.com/Game That Tune. It's the home for awesome fucking exclusives. We've got GTT Gems. We've got Covered Up. We've got a lot. We just published a random fucking post show from our last episode. You should listen to that if you want to hear us talk about shit and cum, and then eventually talk about movies and TV that we like. I mean, like,
way to sell it.
Yeah. Do you like disgusting things? Do you also like television shows? Then maybe check us out while we're drunkenly talking about these things after the show ends. That's the kind of content you can expect from patreon.com/Game That Tune, baby. Special thanks to our super fan tier producers, Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Parkey, and of course Chrono. Fantastic guys. Always appreciate everything you're doing for the show. Check out merch.gamethattune.com. It's the home for awesome fucking GTT merch. We got t-shirts. We've got fucking shower curtains. We got coffee mugs. We got baby onesies for the little ones in your life. We got undergarments. Johnny, what kind of undergarments we got over there?
Panties.
Hey, we broke the panties curse. He said it, folks. This was what it took. We had to make a free play jingle all about John being a weird prude. That's going to be fantastic. Oh, he's going to say panties every single episode now. We're going to lead off with that. We're going to call him John Panties. Yeah, so check out merch.gamethattune.com. Buy some panties for that lady in your life. She's going to... she might divorce you, but she might also really like the panties. I don't know. It's a real toss-up. We appreciate you guys checking us out there, enjoying that fucking wacky merch. Besides just stuff with our logo on it, we have a couple of stupid fucking art t-shirts over there. We got dinosaurs with titties. We got George Lucas slamming his dick in a microwave. We got some weird shit in our merch store. If you haven't checked it out, again, check out merch.gamethattune.com. Thanks to our requester tonight, Isaac on YouTube placed this request because he wanted his music in the GTT radio live stream, and I can't blame him. Everybody wants their music in the GTT radio live stream. And you can hit us up with your request there. You can hit us up with your requests in the Discord server. Hit us up with requests, gamethattune@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter at gamethattune, or find us individually on Twitter. I'm there at jgangsta187. You can find John Regan on Twitter at
JP Regan JR. You
can find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
And you can find Jesse Moore, this week's winner, on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
Hell yeah, man. So, what do you got for bonus tunes tonight, Jesse? What are we going home with?
What if Luigi's Mansion had lyrics by Breno Floss?
Sounds pretty spooky to me, baby. Peace out, y'all.
Luigi. Don't question it, it's legit, no bullshit. It may be crumbling and creepy, but much more space than that tiny place you split.
Mario! Luigi, hello! Welcome to my hut. I'm Professor Egan. Stop scratching your butt. This mansion appeared in a big puff of doom, and it's dusty as shit. Here, take this vacuum. Your brother gets a world and a land and a mouse. He gets a galaxy. You get a fucking house. By the way, he's here and he's feeling sad. He's stuck in a painting, which is suddenly bad.
Come in and join us, Luigi. Maybe you'll make a new friend, a cool friend. Your pants may be full of pee-pee, but once you're in here, the fun will never end.
So you get the launch title, make the most out of it. Get the free mansion, take the ghosts out of it. I teach you to ghost bust, it's easy enough. Just sucky, and clean up the white stuff. The mansion isn't real, just go in and suck it up. The money's real though, so Scrooge McDuck it up. There's butlers and grannies and babies, so go. And if you get scared, just yell, Mario!
Are you fed up with this tune yet? It is the one song you hear. Yes, one. So though it grates at the onset, it won't last long. 7 hours and you're done.
Can't I just be in Super Mario Sunshine? No!
Awesome. Virtua Racing Deluxe is copyright 1994 Sega Games Company Limited. Mario Tennis Open is copyright 2012 Nintendo of America Incorporated. Zero Wing is copyright 1989 Toaplan Company Limited. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is copyright 2019 505 Games. Solstice is copyright 1990 Software Creations.